User definitions is the screen from where you can define authorization levels for your hotel employees by defining their role and potentially additional roles, as well as assure control in program use by activating certain restrictions. Based on the personal information you entered during the registration process, one user is already defined in the related list. This user is automatically assigned with the hotel owner role. Hotel owner is the most authorized user of the program, or in other words, he or she can see all the modules and screens in the program and perform all transactions and operations inside of it. By double-clicking on this row, you can update information related to this user if necessary. When adding new user, first thing you should do is to write down user's name. This field can consist of name, email, or number. Next, password for this user should be entered. Certain rules should be followed when defining the user password. It should be at least 8 characters long, and it should contain big letter, small letter, number, and one special character. If the password does not match this criteria, we will see that password field will turn red. Next, you can fill out additional information related to this user such as name, surname, phone, and similar, but these are not mandatory fields. However, email information should be filled out for at least 2 important reasons. First one is to receive password reset instructions in case user forgets his or her password. The second one is to automatically receive all the relevant reports after the night audit if this is something what was being defined for this user. If the related user works in the reservation, call center, or front office department, you can also give them authorization to enter certain amount of discount. Next mandatory field to be entered when defining new user is the role segment. There are numerous roles defined in the Elektraweb system. These roles and authorization in their scope have automatically embedded instructions about which modules can be seen and what operations can be performed by this user. For example, if the current user works in the front office, we can assign to him or her the front desk role. It means that this person can create reservation and perform basic front office operations such as check-in, check-out, posting, payment, and invoice creation. However, this person will not be authorized to cancel or delete reservations. In case you want to give this permission to this user, you should select Front Desk Full option under the Additional Role segment in the lower part of the User Definitions card. To sum up, we define Main Role in the upper part of this screen, while in the lower part, with the Additional Roles tab, we can extend the list of roles and authorizations for the related user. If we assign this user with a night audit role, he or she will be able to perform night audit as well. There are 2 fields with which we can restrict users' program use. If you define the start and end time of working hours, this user will be allowed to enter the program just during this period. Second is the IP limitation. If you enter IP address in this field, this user will not be able to enter the system from another IP address. If the related user left the hotel or you do not wish of him/her to use the program anymore, you may limit access to this person by checking the passive box. These users are listed under the passive tab. If you use POS together with the front office module, you should also tick this box in order to allow for this user to use POS Cloud Printer. If you check the Use Reminder box, when the new task is entered for this user in the task menu, notification about this task will be sent to this user. If there is the IP switchboard in the hotel, user code is entered under this field. Again, IP Central, API keys, and other settings are entered under this field. PIN code. If necessary, 4-digit PIN code can be defined when user wants to enter the program or when doing cash transactions such as collecting payments and similar. In order to enter or perform these actions, related user will need to know and correctly enter this code. Specific department for this user can also be entered, but first it has to be defined in the related list under the hotel definitions. For this, go back to basic hotel definitions, and under task management you will find user department definitions. All the departments written in this list will be displayed when defining role. Task View mode defines what can this user see in the task management window. If we select My Tasks, this user will be able to see only those assignments that are given to him or her. It is also possible to define the validity period of user's password. If we want from this user to receive night reports after the night audit, then this box should be marked. What is Other Hotels tab, and in which situations should we use it? If your hotel is part of a group, you may wish to give to some of your employees the possibility to move between the hotels and have access to some modules and functions in other properties. You can make these definitions by clicking on Allow User to Other Hotel under the Action menu. By clicking on the Set Displayed Order, you may define the order by which hotels will be displayed upon logging into the system. Selecting sub-department for your user is possible under this segment, but first you need to define these under the Task Management segment. Branch is the part used for those hotels that use Elektraweb accounting module. By selecting the desired branch from the drop-in menu, you will allow access to its data to the related user. When you're logging in from different devices to Elektraweb, your login credentials may be saved on these. In order to prevent potential security threats, you should use two-step confirmation required Google Authenticator. With two-step confirmation, your Elektraweb account will be more empowered and secure from stealing login details and account information. In order to set two-step confirmation, select the desired user and then click on 2FA field from Action menu. First, you should select Initiate Setup. Then, download Google Authenticator application from Google Play or App Store. When you log into the Elektraweb after registration, instructions with the QR code will pop out on your screen. By scanning the QR code via Google Authenticator app, you may enter into the system. To deactivate 2FA confirmation, again go to the Modify 2FA section and click on Disable 2FA. If the IP definition was made for the specific user and he/she uses this IP address to access the system, you may select the option to not ask for 2FA for secure IP addresses. Besides 2FA confirmation method, secure login can be assured through SMS confirmation. When logging into the system, confirmation code will be sent to user's phone via SMS by the Elektraweb. After entering this code, user will be able to access the system.